Welcome along to the latest episode of the Laura and Becky Show. So we used to be radio presenters, but we got the sack, we lost our jobs, so we decided to fly off to Mallorca for the weekend, contemplate life, get very drunk on pale rosé and limoncello, and we thought, you know what, we're going to start a podcast.
We are now sponsored by Twycross Zoo, the Summer Beach Club from Meadowhall, and Redbrik Estate Agents, talking about being fired. I haven't told you this. You know, always when I'm out, I keep seeing people I don't want to see.
Yeah.
And I have to hide in like retail
Underwear.
shops. I had to do it again in Boots the other day.
Didn't you hide in men's underwear in
in
Next once, like amongst the men's briefs?
And I got again followed around by a security guard. The other day I had to hide in a chemist.
Who did you see?
Well, I can't say.
Tell me off mic. Oh, no, I've got it. I got it. Oh, really? Did she see you?
Yeah.
Did she say anything?
No, because I kind of hid in the
she
shampoo aisle.
Saw you hiding and thought, she don't want to speak to me. Why do you always see these people? I never see any of these people.
I don't know, actually. I don't know, just do. And I'm like, oh what do I do? So I just hide and I just run off.
Yeah.
In fact, but I've got nothing to hide. In fact, I should just be like, all right.
Yeah, you just walk past them.
I know, I don't like it.
Yeah, I've never seen one of these people.
Well, do you remember once I went to a restaurant and like 3 of them were in there?
Yeah, in the same restaurant.
We asked for. I was like, I can't sit there, James. So he was like, excuse me, could we have a different table, please? And they moved us.
Do you know what? Actually, I've not seen people that I don't want to bump into, but do you remember recently you and I were in a pub and actually right behind us, we were queuing up to the bar and right behind us there was a guy that I'd been on some dates with.
Yeah. Well,
and he was there with his new girlfriend. They were stood right behind us.
Because I was stood with you and there's a weird queue for the bar, but not like, you know, like 3 deep. It was like a queue. It's very odd. Anyway, so a very lovely looking gentleman, very tall.
Well,
and I thought,
you turned around and you went, oh, hello.
Yeah. And you were like, oh, hello. And I thought, what's going on here then? And you didn't introduce me. So I thought, there's definitely something going on here. So I was just like, hiya, I thought there's going to be a story any minute.
But then when we turned around, because they were obviously stood right behind us in
right
the queue,
behind us.
So we couldn't have a conversation. You were literally like side-eyeing me. Look at, I was like, stop it. I can't speak to you about this. But we were in the queue for ages. So then his new girlfriend, she potted off to get a seat, I think. So he was behind us. And then we
potted off to get a seat. I bet she was like, I bet he used to date her. I'm going.
Well, she made the right decision because it would have been more awkward with her there.
Well done, love.
Because then obviously we had a bit of a chat with him, but we were there for ages chatting with him, weren't we? Like literally for probably about 15 minutes, which is a long time.
Well, I didn't know who he was. I was like, what do I say? What don't I say? You know, I didn't know. And then, I mean, he was lovely, very, very handsome, a little bit boring, I think you said. He's not going to listen, is he?
I don't think I did say that. No, I said he didn't have that je ne sais quoi for me. He might listen.
Speaking in French, don't make it any different, babe.
We just didn't have that
click. He didn't rock your boat.
He didn't rock my boat.
Yeah?
He's a very, very nice guy. We got on very well.
When I was quite taken aback, I thought, crikey. And he drove off in a Rangy. I mean, no, listen, not that means anything. That's probably...
No, but we did both have a good old look. We're like, oh.
Hang on, you were like, can you see them? Position yourself for what are they doing? What are they holding hands? And then I saw him again outside. See, I see him all. Saw him again.
Did you speak to him the second time?
Got a little puppy.
Oh yeah. He is delightful, I have to say, but he just wasn't
boring.
Me. I didn't say he was boring, okay?
He's not going to listen, don't worry.
He'll probably listen.
It's in the past.
Mate, they all listen. Yeah, this is where all our listeners come from. Let's be honest. It's all the men I've dated. I think it was this week we were talking about we'd love someone, or I would love someone to get a tattoo of us on their body somewhere, just to, you know, really let us know that they're fans of the show and that we've made it, basically.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of the mums from Linny's school messaged me yesterday and she was like, I've just been listening to your podcast. I didn't even know she listened, by the way.
God, it's awful.
Isn't it?
Rose's teachers listen.
Honestly, you get really embarrassed. And you think, what have I said? Oh God, we've talked about fannies and all sorts. Oh God. Yeah, it probably makes me die. Anyway, she was like, I've been listening to your podcast this morning while I was doing some cleaning. I was like, oh God. And she went, yeah, I'm thinking about getting a tattoo now. You maybe want to get a tattoo. Not of us.
Oh God, that would be awful.
Yeah, I think just like a different tattoo.
Oh, yeah, fair play, yeah.
I mean, I was like, go on, girl. Yeah,
I always think the older you get, you may as well have one because you've got less time left.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you have it when you're young and you regret it, you've got it for a long time. Like I said to my mum, do you know what? Get a tattoo, love.
Oh, Linda can't get a tattoo.
Yeah, but the only thing I'm worried about is obviously your skin gets, that needle's going to be like, yeah. It's just going to be like, there's nothing to cling on to here. It's like doing it through tissue paper, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like when you're young, it's like cardboard, right?
She might bleed out as well.
She probably would know, my mum. Yeah.
But do you know what? I don't like the thought of like wrinkly skin having tattoos.
Well, that's what I mean. It's not going to...
Yeah.
My husband was like, I might get a tree. And then as I grow old, the tree gets older. And I was like,
oh no, tell him no.
A tree?
No.
I didn't think that, but I didn't want to hurt his feelings. So I was like, all right, love, you do you.
But with the tree, surely the leaves would fall off. No? How's that going to happen on a
tattoo?
tattoo?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't thought this through, is it?
No, it's just going to shrink, isn't it?
Yeah, but a tiny little
What's the
nub of a
little
tree?
trees? The little trees. What are they called? What are those little trees called?
I don't know.
Everyone's going to be like, I got what
Little
they called.
trees?
Not samurai trees. What are they called, mate?
I don't know what you're talking about. A little tree.
They're little miniature trees.
Bonsai.
That's it. Well done.
I know my trees.
Oh dear. Right, what's going on in the world? Do we know?
Yeah, well, there's not a lot at the moment, but you wanted to talk about Real Housewives.
Okay, right. So Real Housewives, I love that franchise. There's Orange County, there's Atlanta, there's New York. My go-to is Beverly Hills. I love it.
A question, right?
Yes,
For somebody
ask me.
who perhaps is a Real Housewives beginner, virgin, you may say, where would you start? Which one would you go in with?
Well, we were talking about this the other day, weren't we? Oh, you could go season 1. It's great, but it looks...
No, I mean which, like Beverly Hills, Orange County.
Beverly Hills. Start there. Orange County's great. New York, they are just wild. So that's a good one, but it's a bit too much for me. But I just like the Beverly Hills one because of the weather. Like they're so rich. These women are so rich. Ironically, most of them aren't married, which I find quite funny.
What do they do?
Well, they've been married and they've just divorced and they've got loads of money. But oh my God. So season 10 is my favourite season. That's when it all kind of kicks off with Lisa Vanderpump. Anyway, I had a realisation yesterday that because I'm watching this so much, it's like I'm manifesting becoming one of them. Because Lisa Vanderpump has her own brand of pale rosé.
No, she doesn't.
I literally stopped in my tracks yesterday. I went, am I turning into Lisa Vanderpump?
Jeez. What is hers called?
Oh, I don't know.
Vanderpump Rosé?
Probably something like that.
We need to find out what that's called. We need to sample it.
Mate, but it gets better, right? They are so rich. Like their house, she has swans as you enter her house in ponds.
behave.
Yeah. But she had a pale rosé launch party. Everyone had to wear pale pink. I know.
We need to do this.
We're going to have a launch party for our pale rosé. Everyone has to wear like light pink. There's going to be a pale rosé tower with it, a waterfall.
A fountain.
You can bathe in it.
A bathtub full of it.
Yes. Yeah. Just think of it. We are going to be like, we're basically Real Housewives of Derbyshire.
Oh my God. And yesterday I sent you a mansion, didn't I, that I'd found as well.
Did you? I did not see this.
Yeah, I did.
Did I reply?
Remember I saw it on Facebook. You did. You went, amazing.
Yeah,
it's like it's a venue, but it's like a mansion.
Right.
We're going to move in there and we're going to have our launch party. Will you send me this episode so I can watch? Because I feel like I need to get inspired for our launch party that's going to happen.
Yeah, they all kick off in a bit, but they look great. One of them has a pink wig on.
I've got a pink wig. I've got a pink wig.
Let's have a little pony there that's light pink.
Oh my God.
Flamingos.
Yes.
Pigs, they're pink. Let's have
love
pink
pigs.
Animals. What other animals are pink? Pigs, flamingos. About it, no? Pigs.
Let's ask Adam at Twycross because he'll know. We'll be like, what pink animals have you got? Could we lend a few?
Yeah.
Could we borrow
pink
some?
parrots, maybe?
Yes.
Great, right. There's a launch party coming for
this
the
is
wine that we haven't even
exciting.
got yet. Or named, but it's coming. Okay, mate.
So, I think this is a thing with everyone, right? I don't think we are the only ones who have this. You know when you have like, you sometimes get attracted to weird people. Okay, it could be a weird looking woman. It could be a weird looking guy.
Yeah.
I've had this a few times. You've definitely had it a few times.
Yeah.
My weird thing, I really like men with big noses.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Mate, give me a big old conch any day and I'm weak at the knees. I love a big bent nose. I quite like if he's a bit out of shape as well.
What famous people have got big bent noses?
Who's that one? There's one with a massive bent nose. Movie
Jimmy
star.
Nail.
Jimmy Nail, yeah.
I love
Sean
Jimmy
Bean.
Nail.
Has he got a big old bent nose?
I don't think so.
Who's the famous Owen Wilson? A right bent nose.
Do you like him?
I'd give it a go.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I've always liked quite a camp man. Are you all right?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I quite like a camp man. I've always liked a slightly...
Do you know what? This is so true. Like whenever we go... I know Laura's taste as well. Whenever we go anywhere and there is a gay or a camp man, don't necessarily need to be gay, actually. It could just be a little bit flamboyant or a bit out there.
Yeah.
You always turn to me and go, oh, there's something about him. And I'm like, well, yep, no shit, Sherlock. He's camp. That's why.
My husband's slightly camp.
Yes.
If I said this before, I wouldn't be surprised if I came home and he was in my clothes. No, I don't mean that. No, but he's very like, I don't know, there's just something about him.
No, I would agree that he's quite camp.
Yeah. He'd be a good pantomime dame. I'm sure I've said this before. And he'd love to do that as well.
He'd look great in makeup,
He
James
would be-
Do you think he'd let us do that?
No.
One night if we're like, James, can we have a pamper night with you?
No, he wouldn't. Yeah, absolutely
he might.
not. He'd do a pantomime dame though, definitely.
Okay.
He's quite flamboyant when he wants to be. That's a good word, isn't
That's
it?
a great word.
So yeah, there's no surprise I was attracted to him. Also, I really like the way because I met him in radio. He's very handsy. Like he can play the piano like a bitch.
He's
my
handsy,
husband.
is he?
He's
good with his
handsy.
hands.
He is good with his hands.
Interesting.
I like watching his hands play the piano and the guitar, and also like when he used to move all the faders and stuff. But he used to do it really quick. I'd be like, oh.
Is that what sealed the deal? Oh, look at the way he segs those songs together. Oh my God, look at the way he puts that jingle in. Oh my God. Do it again, James.
But yeah, you're right. There are like weird quirks that lots of people are attracted. That's a good thing, isn't it?
Well, yes. Well, do you remember? Oh God, this is so funny. Do you remember when we had an event?
God.
Somewhere?
I forgot we were talking about this today. Yes,
Yeah.
right.
So, I'm not going to say where it is, but we were putting on an event somewhere, and it was one of the events. It was an evening one, and we were having a few drinks. Weren't we? Like everyone was getting a little bit drunk, and anyway, at this venue, there was a particular person. I can't believe I'm going to say this.
They won't listen.
Okay. Do you know what? I actually don't mind if he listens. It's just other people. Anyway, the only way I can describe this lovely
Just say
man,
what we called him.
Elf man.
Elf boy.
Elf boy. Elf boy. And the reason we called him that is quite simply because he looks like an elf. He literally looks like an elf.
He was very petite. He had this swooping haircut, didn't he?
Yeah, it went, the fringe of his hair sort of went across his forehead.
Yeah.
Didn't it? I've never quite seen a haircut like it.
This is like a Friday episode, but do you know what?
Let's go with it. We're giving you a treat.
But first of all, he was extremely attentive.
I think that's what it was.
Almost like a butler.
Yes, but a very good one. And like he
always bowed as he left, didn't he? He's like, thank you. And bowed.
That's what did it for me. I think he was so attentive to us. He tended to our every whim. Literally, whatever we wanted, he was almost there with it before we'd even asked for it.
Yeah.
He knew what we wanted before we knew.
We didn't even know what we wanted, but Elf Boy knew.
He knew. And that got me going a bit. I thought, oh yeah, this is good.
I mean, I would not have picked it. Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, and in fact, later on in the night when nothing happened, but something did happen. I was like, what? I turned round and you were all like, woo, you're never going to believe what's happened.
Well,
and I was like, what?
Do you remember even before this? So when he was tending to us so attentively, he then like scurried off, didn't he, to go and like get the drinks or whatever. And I turned to you and I just went, mate, I know this is really weird, but I actually really want to with Elf Boy. But then you went to me, I kind of get it, mate. And I was surprised by your reaction.
Yeah, I get why. Like, I mean, I was like, no, but I could see why you would like him.
Yeah.
He didn't have a bent nose though.
No, he didn't. He had a very nice little nose, elf-like quite. Yeah. Guys, if you're
also
wondering what
it was
he looks
Christmas.
like, yes.
So that kind of elf thing, you know, turns you on a bit, doesn't it?
Imagine he doesn't want an elf for Christmas.
The ironic thing is, Santa was outside in his sleigh. Have we seen Elf Boy since? What if he was an actual elf?
He only comes out at Christmas.
Literally.
Mate, never mind elf on the shelf. Elf in
Elf in bed.
Elf in bed.
This is so bad.
We need to start that next Christmas. Elf boy in bed. Mate, that is going to be a thing. That is going to be a thing. Right, so let's continue with the story. So obviously I was like, oh yeah, elf boy. I think maybe it was a Christmas thing. It was just a Christmas thing. And then later on, I'd forgotten my bag and I'd left it downstairs, right? Anyway, I came across Elf Boy in this downstairs room.
But let's just say here, this downstairs room wasn't any old downstairs room. This was a cellar, old cellar.
This is going to give away where it is. Everyone's going to know.
That had been... This was a cellar that had been transformed into a bar/nightclub. Now, the reason I want to point this out is because if you've ever been down into a cellar, they're steep stone stairs. Mm-hmm. Steep. You'd struggle to get up them just normally.
Like probably some heavy weightlifter would struggle. Yeah. So I left my bag in said cellar. I went down to get it. Elf Boy happened to be down there doing something. And I had my shoes off at this point because my feet were hurting.
We were very, very drunk.
We were. And he went to me, would you like me to carry you up the stairs? And I went, yes, I would. But I didn't for a minute think he'd even get me over his shoulder. I'm bigger than him.
Well, he didn't carry you swoop you up, did he? He lobbed you over his shoulder.
Mate, little elf boy picked me up. I don't know. Do you know what? I think he is a real elf. I think he had magic powers because I don't know how it happened. And he flung me over his shoulder and proceeded to carry me up these stairs, but as if I was a feather. And I mean, you met me at the top and you were like, all right. Oh, what's going on here?
I've never seen anything like it.
Neither have I. Maybe he is a real elf.
Maybe.
Because we haven't seen him since.
I wouldn't be able to pick you up on my shoulder and still up those stairs. Absolutely not.
How did he do that?
I don't know.
It was the magic of Christmas.
Anyway, Elf Boy, if you're listening.
Elf Boy.
He won't be. He'll be busy packing.
He'll be in the North Pole.
Now?
Yeah, he won't. He'll be in the North Pole. I don't think we get the podcast there.
You never know.
You never. Well, we do get it all over the world. So yeah, maybe Father Christmas is listening to our podcast as we speak. Oh God.
Back tomorrow.